Alrighty, guys, thanks for joining me. Thank you, one and all. We're back in the saddle again. This is another game between the Boston Red Sox and the New York Yankees. This was their two-game series, I believe, that started the 2013 season. This is from April 4th, Boston at New York. So we're going to be using Status Pro Baseball. So let's talk about Hey, Robbie, how you doing? So let's talk about Status Pro really quick. There's plenty of different ways, I guess, you could play this with the cards and dice, with the facts, with the combination of those two. But the biggest problem is trying to figure out, because there are no real, how do I want to phrase this? There's no real development cycle for this game, that there are many different versions of cards, many different versions of the rules, many different charts. So the biggest thing is trying to match up the version of the cards you get with the different charts. That's kind of the main issue with this game, because some of the card makers use different stats. Some of them don't include all the stats on the cards. Like, for example, pitcher hold ratings. You can see that my cards actually don't have pitcher hold ratings on them. So that kind of takes away one of my favorite charts, which happens to be the steel chart. Hey, Bob, how you doing? So, yeah, it's just a matter of the hardest part about Status Pro Baseball is trying to figure out which version of cards you have and which charts you can actually use for the version you have. So I've got a few of my charts here. We're going to be using those, but we're going to be using the fast action deck tonight. So that should be fun. So hopefully we can cruise through this game here. So let's look at the lineups. Jacob Ellsbury in center field for the Red Sox. Batting first, Shane Victorino. Batting second, Dustin Pedroia. Batting third, Mike Napoli. Batting fourth, Yanni Gomes, the DH. Will Middlebrooks is the third baseman, Jackie Bradley Jr. in left field. David Ross is catching, and Jose Iglesias is at short. Pitching today for the Red Sox, Ryan Dempster. For the Yankees, it's going to be Garner first, Cano, Euclid, Hafner, Wells, Ichiro, Suzuki drops to the sixth position, Eduardo Nunez, Lyle Overbay, and Francisco Cervelli is the catcher today. So to kind of speed things up a little bit, I've written down all their important stats, as you can see here on the sheet. But more importantly is the throw rating, left field, center field, right field, and of course the catcher for both teams as well. So I think that will help it. And we're going to, like I said, we're going to use the fast action deck. So basically, the first thing you're going to flip up and you're going to look and see what the PB is. And that will determine whether or not it's going to come off the pitcher or the catcher. Then you're going to roll for a random number, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to try and do it with just fast action cards and see if it goes any faster than using the dice version. So appreciate everyone stopping by and saying hello, Bob and Robbie. Thanks, you guys. Hopefully you guys are having a great evening. And we'll just randomly cut this deck, because I don't want to say that Clinton Parks will come in and say that I've been pulling some kind of shenanigans again since Boston is here. So I'll just kind of show you. I like this chart for the clutch defense because it has a lot of options in it. But like I said, some of the card makers only use CD ratings of 1, 2, and 3. Some of them use 0 through 5. So you have to make sure the charts you use match up with the version of the cards that were designed. And of course, all that. So we're going to be using that for our CD. We'll be using this chart for our base stealing because it will actually work out okay with us. All right. We got the error chart over there. We got this miscellaneous chart. And then, of course, you got your chart reference sheet. So we'll be using that. All righty. So Beatles Eternally, hello, hello. So we've been going about 5 minutes. Okay, so let's get things going here. So pitching today for the New York Yankees is Andy Pettitte. He's going to be versus right-handers. 2 to 6 is going to be his range versus righties, and 2 to 8 versus lefties. Ryan Dempster for the Red Sox. He is a 2 to 6 on both sides of the plate. So let's go ahead and get started and see if we can cruise through this game here. This is a game again from April 4th, 2013. So Jacob Ellsbury is up first. And we got a PB number of 11. So we know that's coming off Ellsbury's card. And the random number is a 78, which is an out. And then we flip up another card. He is an LN. So all outs are G3. So a ground ball to first. We'll just call that a 3-1. And that is an out. So we move on. Hopefully, let me know, guys, in the chat if you wouldn't mind. Please just let me know if you can see all the main activity going on the screen okay. Everything's focused in okay or whatever. Shane Victorino. So first thing is a PB. So it's a PB of 5. So it's coming off of Andy Pettit's card. Hopefully you can see Andy Pettit's card pretty good over here. And so it's coming off of Pettit's card. The random number is a 27. And he is going to, Andy Pettit's a lefty, so we're going to look versus right-hander because Shane Victorino is a switch hitter. So 27 off the righty. 27, oh, just barely a strikeout. 27 to 42, so anything less would have been a hit. So that is going to be a strikeout by Andy Pettitte. And that brings up Dustin Pedroia. Actually, we need to, it was an out, so we need to see what kind of out it was. Oh, it was a strikeout, right. Yeah. All right, so just ignore that. Yep, can't see anything. Sound and visuals are excellent. Oh, thank you, my friend. Beatles eternally welcome aboard. Alrighty, so Dustin Pedroia, and the PB is going to be a 7. He is a right-hander. So it's coming off of Pedroia's card. That is a 68, which will be a out against left-handers. Let's find out what kind of out it was. It was a G6. There is an asterisk, so we need to check for an error, and there is no error. So it's a 6-3 putout, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Mr. Andy Pettitte. Pitching today for the Red Sox is Ryan Dempster. He is a right-hander. He's got a PB rating of 2-6, as I mentioned, versus lefties or righties. So if it's 7 or higher, obviously it's going to come off the batter's card. So Brett Garner steps in, and we get a PB of 6. So we know that's on Ryan Dempster's card. And the random number is a 37 versus a lefty. 37 is a strikeout. So Brett Garner goes down on strikes. Robinson Cano. So it's a PB of 8, so it's coming off of Cano's card here. The random number is a 68 versus a right-hander. 68 is an out. Let's see what the out is. The out is a GX6, so it's a 6-3 putout. There is an asterisk, so we need to flip up the next card just to make sure there's no error. And then you can see errors none, so no error on the play. So 2 away. Bottom of first inning, cruising right along. Kevin Youkilis versus Ryan Dempster. And PB is 6, so it's coming off of Dempster's card. And the random number is a 71 versus a right-hander. Again, that's too high, out of range. It's a GX5, so down to the third baseman. There is an asterisk, so we will check for an error, and there is no errors. So it is a 5-3 putout. So strikeout and 2 ground balls. And we have completed 1 inning in less than 3 minutes. Not bad. Cruising right along. We're in the top of the 2nd inning. Still no hits. Let's see, check out the chat hit. It's 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Out of the Park Development should be live. All right, so check it out. Go to that channel and find out what's going on and come back and report in there, Robbie. All right, so Mike Napoli. We got a PB of 7. He's a right-hander. So off of Mike Napoli's card. That's a 17 versus a lefty. So 17 versus lefty is a double. So first hit of the ball game is a double to Mike Napoli. Not much of a threat to steal. He has a C base running and a D in his steal, so not much of a threat to steal, but he is on second with no one out. That brings up Johnny Gomes. Johnny Gomes. All right, so Johnny Gomes. I'm trying to remember. Do we? I know. Let me think. I think you check every out for an error on the pitch if it comes off the pitcher's card. Let me just check that again. Let me hang on just a second, guys. Sorry about that. I just want to make sure. I was reading the rules today just to refresh my memories. And sports games, I have to find it here. So give me just a second. Status Pro Baseball. Just have to find the rule book here. I think, is this it? No, that's the second edition rule book. Okay, thanks. Where is, I got so many files I have to try and find it. It's so difficult. Player cards, charts, rules. All right, here we go. Hang on. After an out result is obtained, check the next fact to determine if the fielder has made an error. If the result is blah, 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 that includes the fielder's either made an error. Hey, Bleacher Bums Gaming and Retro Sports Network. What's going on, my friends? So it's just double checking when you check for the error. Is it off of error? After an out is obtained, check the next fact to determine if the fielder has made an error. But this, I'm not sure this is the newest rule book. This is from 2016. Team cards, batter cards, pitcher cards. Where the hell is the oh, here it is. Okay. After a play result is obtained, check the next fact to determine if the fielder has made an error. All right. So Mike Napoli got a double. We will check for an error. We know it was hit to. It was a 17 versus a left-hander, so that was hit to center field. So if it's an error, we would look. In this case, there is no error. I just wanted to double check on that. Right. So Johnny Gomes is on. Sorry, not Johnny Gomes. It was Mike Napoli, right? So Johnny Gomes is up. Sorry, that's what happens when you get thrown off for a loop. All right, so Johnny Gomes is up versus Andy Pettit. It's a PB of 7 versus a right-hander, so it's coming off a Johnny Gomes card. 65 is a versus a left-hander is a walk. So Johnny Gomes with the walk, so runners and first and second. Runners at first and second, no one out for Boston here in the top of the second inning. That brings up Will Middlebrooks. All righty, here we go. It's a PB of 3, so it's coming off of Pettit's card. Random number is 76 versus a right-hander is an out. What kind of out is it? Middlebrooks is a RP. So it's a G6 with a star. So we're going to be checking for an error. So you have runners in first and second. And I do like this chart. So you just look at G6, right? And you look at runners at first and second. So this actually is a 4-6-3 double play. Runner goes to third. So 6-4-3. Runner goes to third. Now there are 2 outs. So not a good play there by Middlebrooks. We do have to check for an error, though. And no error. Okay, so that brings up Jackie Bradley. Runner at third, 2 away. This is a PB of 8. So that is actually coming off of Pettit's card, 2-8 versus lefties. He has very good control against left-handers. So it's coming off of Pettit's card. The number is a 47 versus a lefty. 47 is an out. Let's find out what kind of out it is. He is an LN, so that's a ground ball too short. We do have to check for an error, and no error. So it's a it's going to be a 6-3 put out. So the double and single, I'm sorry, double and walk, and nothing to show for it. So 1 hit, no runs, no errors. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Still scoreless here at Yankee Stadium. So Travis Hafner's up. Nope. PB of 5, so it's coming off of Ryan Dempster's card. Hafner is a lefty. Random number is 78. That is too high. LP is a ground ball too short. Possible error. We check for the error. Ooh, this is a 3-10 error on the shortstop. Let's look at the shortstop, who happens to be Jose Iglesias. He is only an error of 1, E1, so no error on the play, but it was close. He thought about it. So that's a 6-3 put out on Hafner. 1 out for 1 out for the Yankees. That brings up Vernon Wells. That's a PB of 9, so this one's coming off of Wells' card. And the number is a 47 versus a right-hander. 47 is out of range. It will be an out. The out will be, he's an RN. Ground to second with an asterisk, so we'll check for an error. No error, so it's a 4-3 put out. And, oops, we bring up Ichiro Suzuki, hero from yesterday's game. If you were privy enough to watch that 13-inning epic from yesterday, congratulations to you, and I do appreciate you checking that out. Ichiro Suzuki. So pass a PB of 6. 6 is against the lefty. It's coming off of Ryan Dempster's card. Random number is 77. That's too high. The out is an LN. It's going to second with an asterisk. And no error. So 6-3, a 4-3, and a 4-3. And nothing going for the Yankees. We go to the third inning, still scoreless. Alrighty, that brings up David Ross, the Dancing with the Stars phenom. And it is a PB of 8. He is a right-hander, so that one's coming off of David Ross's card. And it's an 88. 88 is most certainly an out. And David Ross is an RP. So it's a ground ball A to the shortstop. There's an asterisk, so we check for errors. That is a 6-3 put out. 1 away. I think the fast action cards are definitely faster than if you try to do it with the dice by themselves. But you kind of lose that touch and the feeling and being involved in the game when you're actually rolling dice. So you do lose a little bit of that. Jose Iglesias, PB of 7. He's a right-hander, so it's coming off Iglesias' card. Random number is an 18, so that will be versus a lefty. 18 is going to be a single into left field. So Jose Iglesias with the second hit for the game. And it says after a play result is obtained, check the next fact, blah, 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 blah. I don't think you check for error. I guess you would check for errors as well. I mean, that's what I'm going to do. Ooh, it's another 3 to 10. Let's look. It was to left field. Yeah, but see, that's the problem. You don't know if it's a fielder or somebody ahead. So I guess you wouldn't actually check for the error. I guess that makes sense because you don't know if it was like the shortstop or the third baseman that let it get by him and go into left field, right? So maybe Bleacher Bum Gaming knows more. So Jose Iglesias on. He has got a steal rating of D, not very good. Neither one of these teams have got very good speed or stealing. I guess these are definitely your power hitters. Jacob Ellsbury's actually pretty good, and Brett Gardner. But besides that, Eduardo Nunez is an A. Jackie Bradley is an A. There's a couple Bs. Dustin Pedroia is a B. Jose Iglesias is a B. But steal ratings are a different story. These are all base running. All right, so Jacob Ellsbury back up. And PB of 7 versus a lefty. Andy Pettitte will take this one. Random 84, so we know that's an out. Out's a G6. A G6, is that going to be a double play with a runner on first? G6 is a 6-4-3 double play. And we do have to check an error because there was a star, but Jacob Ellsbury hits into the 6-4-3 double play. And it's a 1-2-3 inning once again. Wow. Alrighty. That was a pretty quick inning, eh? Hey, Dave. How you doing, buddy? Eduardo Nunez versus Ryan Dempster. It is a 9 for the PB numbers, so that's coming off of Nunez's card. Random number is 64 versus a right-hander. That's an out. It is going to be an RN of liner rated short. There is an asterisk. No error. So that is going to be a L6. One away. Lyle Overbay. That is a PB of 11. So it's coming off Overbay's card. Random is 63. And that will be an out. It's an F4. There is no asterisk, so we don't need to check for an error. 2 away. Francisco Cervelli. PB of 9, so it's coming off of Cervelli's card. Random is 58. And against the right-hander, 58 is actually a walk. So Francisco Cervelli with the walk. So runner on first with 2 away. Not much of a threat to steal as he is an E stealer. An E stealer. That's what the SP is. So he's not going anywhere. That's up back to the top of the lineup. Brett Gardner. 2 outs here. PB of 6, so this is coming off of Dempster's card. Random is 73. So that will be an out. It's another F4, and that is going to do it for the 3rd inning. So far, we have 2 hits for Boston and no hits for the Yankees so far. We're in the top of the 4th inning. Oops. Alrighty, so Shane Victorino, PB of 4, so it's coming out of Pettitte's card. Random number is a 14 versus a lefty. That is going to be single into left field, so Shane Victorino with the 3rd hit. That one rolls out there outside the glove of the shortstop, Nunez, and rolls all the way out to left field, Vernon Wells. So Shane Victorino, he is a stealer. So he is going to try to steal. And let's see what happens here. We get a random number of 64. Yeah, so what I was talking about in the beginning of this game is about the charts and about how the cards are created differently, and trying to match up your charts with the different cards is such a pain in the ass. And I've got 5, 6, 8 different versions of different charts and stuff. But you can see, actually, this is a perfect example. This is a 64 to 65 is what we just rolled. It says plus runners steal, minus runners hold, others are out. Well, my cards don't have plus runners and minus runners because they're carded differently. So, good Lord, why, oh why, oh why? It's the biggest problem I find with Status Pro is just trying to find charts that works with your damn cards. Oh, I guess we'll go back to this chart then. There we go. But again, the only reason I use this chart, I don't have pitcher hold rating. So what I'm going to do is just give all the pitchers a B rating instead of an A, B, or C. Every pitcher's got a hold rating. So let's try this again with maybe a chart I can actually use. That would be wonderful. All right, so the random number is a 13. Victorino is an A, Steeler 13. That is a stolen base error, possibly. We will check the next card to see if the catcher is, nope, no error. So no error on the play, but it is a stolen base for Shane Victorino. He is now on second base. Oh my God, we're almost got a guy to third. Whew. It's hard work doing that, I'll tell you that. All right, I was just checking out the chat here. Let's keep going. You guys can fill me in with what's going on afterwards. So runner at second, no one out for Destin Pedroia. PB at 9, so this is coming off of Pedroia's card, actually. A random number of 66 versus a lefty. That is an out. What kind of out is it? It is, Pedroia is an RN. That is an F7. One away. Brings up Mike Napoli. Got a double in the second inning. PB of 5. So it's coming off a Pettittie card. Random of 78. That'll be an out. It's a G5. G5 with a runner at second is going to be a 5-3 runner's going to hold. So 2 away. 2 away. Oh, there's an asterisk. We should check for the error. No error. Okay. That brings up Johnny Gomes. PB is 6, so that's going to come off of Andy Pettit. Random of 12 versus a right-hander is going to be a infield single. Runner moves to third. So infield single, only one base. So runners at the corners for 2 away for Will Middlebrooks. Alrighty. Oh, it's a PB check. Will Middlebrooks with the BD check. So instead of a number, you might occasionally get the PB number here, or PD. That stands for batter. What does it stand for? Batter something or another. What does it stand? What does PD stand for? It's basically clutch hitting with men on base. So Will Middlebrooks, or the cards that I have anyways, you have a special RP section. Some of the cards will not have this, or it might be listed down at the bottom and stuff. But the cards that I actually have has a versus right-hander versus left-hander. And you can see doubles, triples, and home runs listed there. So for Will Middlebrooks versus the left-hander, he needs 36 or less, and he'll have himself a hit. What is the random number? It is a 35, and that, my friends, is a home run by Will Middlebrooks. Home run, and that is a 2-run home run here in the 4th inning to give the Red Sox a 2-0 lead on the home run by Will Middlebrooks. Due up Jackie Bradley Jr. That is an 8. Once again, he did this last time. Lefty, 2 to 8, and that's exactly what Andy Pettit is. So it's coming off Andy Pettit. It is a random of 36 versus a lefty. 36 is a strikeout. So Pettit comes back to end out the inning with a strikeout, but that is 2 runs. I'm sorry, that is a 3-run home run. We had runners at the corners. I apologize for that. That is 3. Where's the whiteout? Where's Stratomatic and his whiteout when you need it? That is a 3-run home run. We had Shane Victorino on third, Yanni Gomes at first, and then Will Middlebrooks hit the home run. So that was a 3-run home run. And Jackie Bradley struck out. So that will be the end. We go to the bottom of the 4th. 3-0 for your Red Sox. Who the hell is Will Middlebrooks? Ryan Dempster versus Robinson Cano. PB of 7. So it's coming off a Cano's card. It's a 75. That's an out. It's a grounder back to the pitcher. There's a star there. That is going to be a 1-3 putout. So Robinson Cano out. Kevin Youkilis, PB of 3. So this is coming off a Dempster's card. 15 versus a right-hander is going to be a single into left field. Youkilis is an E-stealer. He's not going anywhere. Travis Hafner up. Ooh, we got a CD check. Now we got to flip up and see the next one is the CD of second base. So the second baseman is going to be tested. That happens to be Dustin Pedroia. He is a clutch defense of 2. So we're going to use probably my favorite charts in the whole game system so far are these charts here. We're going to find the one that says second baseman. We're going to look under the 2 column, and we're going to flip a card to get a number. It's a 31 and a 2 under second baseman. 31 and a 2. Grounder drilled up the middle. It's a 4-6-3 double play if there's a runner on first, or the lead runner out trying to advance if there are less than 2 outs. There are there is a runner and at first, so it's a 4-6-3 double play as Dustin Pedroia gets that one, throws it over 4-6-3. And that is going to do it for the Yankees in the bottom of the 4th. Nothing going there as Travis Hafner grounds into the 4-6-3 double play. Hope everyone's having a great evening tonight. We're going in the 5th inning already. Almost halfway done with this game. Clinton Parks, you should be able to do Status Pro Baseball in 45 minutes or less. David Ross is up. It's a PB of 8. And he's a right-hander, so it's coming off of Ross's card. A random number is a 42 versus a lefty. 42 is a strikeout. David Ross with the strikeout. Jose Iglesias. Picked up 2 cards. PB of 8. So once again, off Iglesias card. Random is 26 versus a lefty. That sounds like a promising. That goes to center field. Jose Iglesias, 2 for 2 as he hits one into center field. But once again, Jose Iglesias is a terrible stealer. So we can't get anyone to move on the bases when we get them there. That brings up Jacoby Ellsbury. I think I've been calling him Jacob Ellsbury, but it's Jacoby. What am I thinking? Boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'm surprised Clinton Parks isn't on me about that one. Whew. Sorry, Clinton. I wasn't even doing that one on purpose. All right, Jacoby Ellsbury. Let's see what you can do. You know what? He's a hit and run of 0. And he's a sacrifice of DD, which is the worst you could possibly be. So I guess we're just going to let Ellsbury swing away. It's a PB number of 4, so it's coming off a Pettit's card. Random is 72. That's going to be an out. It's a GX4 GX4 with the runner on first. It's a 4-6, and the batter goes to first. So out on the 4-6. And fielder's choice. Runner at first. So that is the second out now. Fielder's choice. That brings up Shane Victorino. Singled in the fourth. PB of 11. So this one is coming off of Victorino. Random number is 23. Versus a left-hander is going to be a single to center. A single to center. Now, base runner advancement. If it comes off the pitcher's card, runners from first go to second, and runners from second or third score. If it comes off the batter's card, you roll on the chart, right? All right. Where's my chart? Where's my chart? Base running chart. And that's base stealing chart. Where's my base running chart? Bump, 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 bump. Oh, tell me I didn't grab my base running chart. That would be kind of stupid, wouldn't it? All right, all right, all right. Where is my base running chart? I got too many damn charts. Base runner advancement. There we go. This is not a bad chart either. It's kind of it's not bad chart. So we look at, we got a single to center field with a runner on first. Runner on first happens to be Jacob Ellsbury, who's an A. We're going to check the center fielder's arm rating. In this case, as I showed you earlier, all I have to do is look at my little chart here. So center fielder is going to be a T3. So we cross-reference our A and 11 to 58. 61 to 78. And if it's this is off the batter's card, right? Okay, so we'll flip up a card here for you guys. He's trying to go to third. He got a 24. He's in there just fine. So the single sends Jacoby Ellsbury, I'm going to try and get his name right, to third. So runners at first and third now with 2 away. Shane Victorino, he might want to try and steal something here. You know what? He's gonna try and get in scoring position. Why not? 64 is a pickoff question mark, error question mark. Pickoff question mark. If the hold rating is plus, possible error. No, he does not go. Can't get the jump, so he doesn't go. Sorry for his luck. All right, so that brings up first and third, 2 away here. Dustin Pedroia, Mr. Smurf, Mr. Drive Me Crazy, as he's got to pull his gloves on and off after every single pitch. You want to know about the 20-second clock in baseball? You got no one to blame but Dustin Pedroia. PB of 5, so it's coming off of Pettit's card. 78, that will be an out. It's a G5 with an asterisk, and there are no errors. So it's going to be a 5. We'll call this one a 5-4 put out. So no 2 hits, no runs, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Smurf Boy didn't do it. I think he had to hold his baggy pants as he ran down to first base, which slowed him down a little bit. All right, Vernon Wells up. Ryan Dempster. That's a 9, so it's coming off a Wells card. That is a 54 versus a right-hander. That's going to be an out. A is an RN. That is a grounder to 6 with an asterisk. No errors, so it's a 6-3 put out. One away for the Yankees. Ichiro Suzuki, PB of 5. This is coming off of Dempster. Random number is 51 versus a left-hander. 51 is a walk, actually. So Ichiro Suzuki with the walk. He's a pretty good stealer. He's a B stealer. But you're down 3 runs. Nah. I guess we'll just let him stand there for a minute and think about it. Eduardo Nunez, righty-righty matchup here. It's an 8, so it's coming off of Nunez's card. It's a 53, though, versus a right-hander is going to be an out. You gotta love that one. All outs. Nothing. It's blank. So I guess we'll flip up another one. F2. Alrighty, F2 for the second out. That brings up Lyle Overbay. Yes, Lyle Overbay. Hey, Dave Little, how you doing? Good to see you. PB is 6, so this is coming off of Dempster's card. 31 versus a lefty. 31 is a strikeout. So that's going to do it for the Yankees in the bottom of the 5th inning. The Yankees so far have got 1 hit and 2 walks. That is all they have to show through 5 innings. Ryan Dempster, whoever even heard of this guy, is he's 1 hit from a hitless, right? All right, brings up Mike Napoli. Napoli doubled in the second and grounded to third in the 4th. It's a 9, so it's coming off of Napoli's card. Yes. Random number is a 24 versus a lefty. 24 is a double to center field, so Mike Napoli, 2 doubles on the day. Not bad. No one out again, so that helps. Not much of a threat to steal. He's not going anywhere. Brings up Johnny Gomes. Johnny Gomes walked and singled in the 4th. PB at 10, so this one's coming off a Johnny Gomes card. If he gets a good number, 54 versus a lefty is going to be a strikeout. So Johnny Gomes down on strikes. That brings up Will Middlebrooks. 6-4-3 in the 2nd inning and a home run in the 4th inning. Can he do it again? Will Middlebrooks. It's an 8. So against right-handers, that will be off of Middlebrooks' card. Here it comes. It's a 22 versus a lefty. 22 versus a lefty is going to be a single into right field. Singles into right. Will Middlebrooks. Now we got to find out if Mike Napoli makes it around. So he is on second base. Let's see, where is my chart? It's a single. It was single off of the batter's card. So you get, it didn't go to center field. It went to right field. So we'll flip up a card and see what he does. He is a, Napoli is a C runner. So 11-38 he scores, 41-78. He's only goes to third. It's a 46. So it's 11-48. So he's going to score on. He's a B runner. So 11-48. So he scores on the RBI by Will Middlebrooks. Mike Napoli comes around to score and increases the Boston lead to 4-0 here. Jackie Bradley Jr., runner on first. PB is 6, so this is coming off a Pettit's card. Random is a 17 versus a left-hander. 17 actually is a strikeout. Jackie Bradley, 16 to 64 will be a strikeout versus left-handers. So he strikes out. That's two-way now for David Ross. PB of 2, so this is coming off a Pettit's card. It's a 28 versus a right-hander. 28 is a strikeout. So Andy Pettit strikes out the side, but gives up a double and a single. One run comes in. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It is 4-0 Red Sox. I know that makes a good friend Clinton Parks happy out there, and probably some of the other viewers as well. Be sure to like this video if you're enjoying it. Let me know that you like this, so that would be great. Alrighty, so we are in the bottom of the 6th. Francisco Cervelli is going to come out. It's a PB of 6, so it's coming off Ryan Dempster's card. Somebody tell me about Ryan Dempster. I don't not remember him much, but he's having a hell of a game so far. It was coming off Dempster's card. It is a 36, and he's a right-hander. 36 will be another strikeout. Francisco Cervelli down on strikes. It brings up Brett Gardner. It's an 8, so it's coming off of Gardner's card. 88, though, that's going to be an out. It's a G5 with an asterisk. And the error is a 10, but I don't think we have anyone with that high an error rating. Which, again, might be because the cards, might be because of the versions. Who the hell knows? Anyways, it's going to be a 5-3 put out, right? So that's 2 away. Again, 1 hit through 6 innings. Can Robinson Cano do something about that? PB is 7, so it's coming off his card. It's an 83, which is another out. It is a GX6 with an asterisk. And there is no error. So another 6 up, 5-3, and a 6-3. So a strikeout, a 5-3, and a 6-3 gives you a big fat goose egg. That's what it gives you. If you're a Yankees fan, not best effort by your team today. Dave Gardner, I'm hungry. All right, Pettit. Pettit's going to try and stay in the game because these are the only players that played in this game in real life. Andy Pettit, Mariano Rivera. So I want to try and leave Pettit in as long as I can. Jose Iglesias. He is actually 2 for 2 for the Red Sox. 2 singles. 8 is coming off of his. Wait a minute. Yep, versus his card. And the random number is an 88, so this time he'll be out. He is a RN. So it's a deep fly to left field. F7, but it was deep. Would have been, could have been a home run. Jacoby Ellsbury. God, I keep saying Jacob. Duh. He is, what is he? He's 0 for 3 on the day. Oh, we got a BD, but we don't have anyone on base. So we'll just flip up another card. I think you do something if it's a BD and... All right, so if the BD, I actually have the rule right here. If the BD result is a BD and there's at least one runner on base, flip a new fast action guard and consult its random number. If the clutch modifier turns a BD into an out, the modifier turns it out. If the newly obtained random number does not fall, it's an out. All right, well, I guess you just ignore it and keep going on, right? So BD 11. So this one's coming off of Jacoby Ellsbury's card. Random number is 32 versus a lefty. 32 is going to be Jacoby Ellsbury versus a left-hander, 32. Let's see if I can bring this up a little bit closer so you guys can actually see this here. Jacoby Ellsbury versus left-handers. He got a 32 versus lefties. That is the number he needed to hit a home run. So Jacoby Ellsbury with the home run, and the second home run given up by Andy Pettittie. So far, it brings up Shane Victorino. It's a 7 versus a switch hitter, so he'll be coming off of his card, Shane Victorino's card. It's a 54 versus a lefty is a hit by pitch. So on the first, he's an A. He will try to steal. Random number is a 55 on an A. It is a 55 is a stolen base. So stolen base. So Shane Victorino on to second here. Dustin Pedroia, Smurf, PB of 8. So it's coming off of Pedroia's card. Random number is an 85 though, so that will be an out. He's a right-handed normal, so back to the pitcher with an asterisk. GX1, no error. A GX1 with a runner on second. A GX1 with a runner on second. So it's a 1-3 pop out, and the runner goes to third. A 1-3 put out, I meant to say. Runner goes to third. So runner on third for the Red Sox. 2 away for Mike Napoli. Napoli is 2 for 3 with 2 doubles. PB of 7. That's coming off of Napoli's card. It's an 84, so that'll be an out. It's a G3 with an asterisk. And no error. So it's going to be a, what did I say, a G3? So it's going to be a 3-1 put out. But that is 1 run on 1 hit. We go on to the bottom of the 7th, and it is 5-0 Red Sox. This one's been all Red Sox so far. Let's see if the Yankees can climb back into things here. Kevin Youkilis. It's coming off of Youkilis' card. It is an 88, which is an out. An RN is a grounder to the pitcher. Error check, there is none. That's a 1-3 put out. 1 away. Hafner. It's a 12, so it's coming off of Hafner's card. Random is 64 righty. 64 is a hit by pitch. So on to first. He's just going to hang out there for a little while. Vernon Wells, 9, so it's coming off a Wells card. Random number 55 versus a right-hander. That will be an out. He is a RN, so it's a G1 with an asterisk again. Let's check for error. No error. G1 asterisk, runner at first. G1 asterisk. Was it G1 or GX1? It was G1 asterisk. Runner at first, it's a 1-6-3 double play. Beautiful. And that is their, let's see, 1, 2. That's their second double play they've hit into so far. But that is no runs, no hits, no errors. Again, the only Yankee with a hit so far is Kevin Youkilis in the 4th inning. All right, we are on to the 8th. Andy Pettittie, he's going to go through 8. He's got to go through 8. All right, so Yanni Gomes, random our PB number of 6, so it's coming off a Pettittie card. 86 is an out. He's an RP, which is a G4A with an asterisk, no error. So a 4-3 put out for Yanni Gomes. Will Middlebrooks, 2 for 3 with a home run and a single. 4, so it's coming off a Pettittie card. Random is 46. Right-hander, that is a walk. So Will Middlebrooks, I do not mean to put that there. Will Middlebrooks on first. That brings up Jackie Bradley. 6, so it's coming off a Pettittie card. 38 versus a lefty is a no, it's not a strikeout. 38 is actually a walk. The only number is a walk that is a walk is the 38 actually. So you have to be a left-hander and you have to roll exactly 38 and you will walk against Andy Bennett, and that's what Jackie Bradley just did. David Ross, 2 on, 1 out. PB of 5, so this is coming off a Pettittie card once again. 88, so this one will be an out. It is going to be a out of GX6 with an asterisk and no error. So we'll just call that a 6-4 put out. And that is no runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 8th. I'm going to shuffle these cards up a little bit. Check out the chat. Dave Whittle's here. Robbie's here. Beatles Eternally. Retro Sports Network. Todd B is here as well. Let's see. Who else is here? Just randomly shuffling everything together here. We're going to the bottom of the 8th. Ryan Dempster playing beast mode here today for the Red Sox. Let's see, that was it right. Okay. So these go on the bottom here. Do we pull Dempster? We have Tazawa coming in. Junichi Tazawa is coming in to pitch for Ryan Dempster. He's coming in to pitch the 8th inning. He'll be facing off against Ichiro Suzuki, just like their glory days back in Japan, right? Ichuni Tazawa versus Ichiro Suzuki. And we need something if the Yankees are going to make a comeback here. So Tazawa is 2-7 versus righties and 2-6 versus lefties. Suzuki is a lefty, so that would be a 2-6. It's a 5, so it's coming off of Tazawa's card. 43 versus a lefty is a strikeout, so Suzuki down on strikes here. Eduardo Nunez, a right-hander, 2-7. It's a 5. 78 is an out. He's an RN, so it's a G6 with an asterisk. And nothing. So 6-3 put out. And Lyle Overbay, 8. So that is coming off of Overbay. 48 versus a right-hander is a strikeout. So a strikeout, a 6-3 put out, and a strikeout. Wow. The Yankees have got absolutely nothing going on right now. I mean, absolutely nothing. We go to the top of the 9th. Andy Pettitte's day will be done, and coming into pitch will be Mariano Rivera. Riano Vera. He's coming in to pitch the 9th. All right, so Mariano Rivera versus righties is 2-7 versus lefties 2-9. So the righty is up, Jose Iglesias, and we got a 9, so it's coming off Iglesias' card. It's a 26. 26 versus a righty is a single to center. So a single off of Mariano Rivera right into center field. Jacoby Ellsbury, 9 versus a lefty, so this is actually on Mariano Rivera's card. 37 versus the left-hander is a out. The out is a LN of F8. Fly ball to center field. Jacoby's down. Shane Victorino, 4. So off of Rivera's card, 75 will be an out. It's a G4 asterisk. No error. And the G4, I bet you, is going to be a double play. Is it? Let's see. G4 with runner on first, 4-6-3. Sure is. And that's going to do it for the Red Sox in the top of the 9th. 1-2-3 inning as Mariano Rivera cruises right through that bad boy like it wasn't even there. All right. It's going to be up to Clayton Mortensen. Come in to pitch the 9th inning. Clayton Mortensen versus Francisco Cervelli. Cervelli is a walk and a strikeout so far. PB of Clayton Mortensen is 2-5 both ways. So PB of 9 is coming off of Cervelli's card. 62 versus a right-hander. It's going to be a walk, actually. So the walk, not much threat of a steal. That brings up Brett Garner. It's a 7, so off of Garner's card. 25 versus a right-hander. And all of a sudden, that is a double. A double. Second hit of the ball game, actually, for the Yankees there. It is a double now. Let's look at the advanced base running chart, shall we? It is a single. Runner on, I'm sorry, double. It's a double. And it went to, which position did it, it went to 25 versus a right-hander. 25 is a left field. Okay, so it went to left field. I'm trying to see if the runner, runner on first, does he score on the double is the question. Double to outfield, runner on first. And we roll a 71. His run rating is a B. 11-34. He scores. So he's just going to third. First to third. First to third on the double by Brett Gardner. So 2 on. And still no one out. And hold on your hats, folks. Robinson Cano. Let's see what happens here. It is a CD check. CD is going to be the left field. Left fielder is Jackie Bradley Jr. He's a CD of 1. So we'll pull out my favorite charts here. Somewhere. Here they are. So we're going to look at the chart that says outfielders under CD column number 1, and we're going to get a random number of 61. So 1 and a 61 says, dazzling diving catch of a spot into the gap. Runner on third scores. All other runners hold. So run comes in, and everyone else holds on the F7. Great defensive play there by Jackie Bradley Jr. Takes his hit away from Robinson Cano, and if they would have gotten that hit, they might have been able to come back and win this yet. Well, Kevin Youkilis is up. Still one on. PB of 6, so it's coming off of Euclid's card, and that is an 88. That will be an out. And the out says G4 asterisk with the runner on second. Runner on second is going to move on the G4. 4-3 put out, but going to third is going to be Gardner. Travis Hafner, last chance for the Yankees. PB of 7 is coming off of his card. It's a 41 versus a right-hander. And he goes down swinging. And that is 1 run and 1 hit. So your final score, Boston 5, the Yankees 1. In real life, it was Boston 2, New York 4. Boston amassed, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 hits for Boston. No, I don't believe there was an error. The Yankees, with their 2 hits, 1 run and 2 hits and no errors. So that's your final score here from Boston. I'm sorry, from New York. Your final score: Boston Red Sox take this game 5-1. The Yankees with Kevin Euclid with a single, and Brett Gardner with a double. And 1, 2, 3, 4 walks. 4 walks, a single, and a double is all the Yankees could muster against the Red Sox pitching today. And there you go. There you have it. What happened April 4th, 2013. Combine this with yesterday's game, you would have the Yankees and the Red Sox both with 1 win and 1 loss in the 2013 season. So thanks everyone for coming by. I hope you enjoyed some Status Pro baseball. I enjoy bringing it to you guys, and it's always a fun time if I could just get through this issue I have with the charts. I mean, it's just charts and charts and charts, and none of the damn charts work because all the results are not on all the cards, and it drives me insane, I tell you. I'd play it more. I just can't because I get aggravated with the chart situation and the dice situation. I like the dice version. I like the fast action cards. So it does have the fact that you can play with both fast action and dice, which is a nice feature. I just need to, literally, here is all of my charts I have. You can just imagine how many freaking charts this is. It's just pages and pages and pages and pages of charts I have. Some of them work, some of them don't work. Some are older charts, some are newer charts. So, anyways, thanks for coming out, Clinton Parks. Todd, Beatles Eternally, Robbie, Dave Whittle, and see who else we had in the chat tonight. A lot of great guys, a lot of great channels out there. D. Scott Howard, thanks for coming by. As well, Beecher Bums Gaming, good channel, wonderful guy. Unfortunately, he's doing some Chester Meltdown. Unfortunately, he's Bleacher Bum Gaming was doing a dead ball game earlier, almost put me to sleep, but I stuck with it. So congrats to me for that. We'll see you guys tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, right here on my channel. We're going to be interviewing Dave Whittle. Can't wait for an opportunity to talk with one of our new sports member, part of our community, and get to talk to him about all kinds of good things, including how he got a black eye while he was recording for his YouTube channel. So looking forward to that. 8 o'clock right here, guys, on my channel tomorrow night. We'll see you guys then. Until then, have a great night. We'll see you guys tomorrow.